In the 90s and 80s, the era gave us a number of classic buddy cop movies. Films like 48 Hours, Lethal Weapon, and Bad Boys are just a few of these movies that became incredibly popular with audiences. Buddy cop movies are great movies too, for a number of reasons, as there's action, comedy, and they're usually fast paced. Now in 1995, we saw the third Die Hard movie, Die Hard with a Vengeance, come along. The movie stars Bruce Willis once again as John McClain, and he's joined by Samuel Jackson as a small business owner from Harlem. Now, technically speaking, this might not be a buddy cop movie because Jackson, he's not a cop in it, but the film features many elements we see in the buddy cop genre. Willis and Jackson have tremendous chemistry together on screen. More on that in just a bit. Now, in the movie, the Die Hard series chose to take a somewhat different path from the first two films. First, the movie is set during the summertime, unlike Christmas in the first and second movie. Second, the first two movies were really in a confined space. The first one was Nakatomi Towers. The second was in the Washington, D.C. airport. This one, I guess you could say it is kind of a confined space because it's New York City, but they're pretty much running all over the city. Now, over the years, the original Die Hard has been considered to be one of the great action films ever, and also one of the best Christmas movies ever. I also have to say, I think Die Harder, the sequel, is a very underrated movie. It's just hard to follow up the original, but Willis is still a beast as well in 2 and this movie as well, 3. That said, the departure from the usual path, I think, was the right call. In Die Hard with a Vengeance, we get to see Willis and McClane, or John McClane, in his home area, hometown, his home stomping ground. Also, he's all over the city trying to stop a madman from blowing up things. That's pretty much the story of the movie, and he's being toyed with. Now, Jackson was a tremendous addition to this movie. As we see these two men, we see Willis and Samuel Jackson, both these alpha males, squaring off in a variety of very stressful, dangerous situations, constantly bickering like a married couple, arguing with each other. The acting is tremendous, and the movie's action-packed, filled with quite a bit of comedy, definitely more than the first two, and really has some good one-liners as well. Now, if I had to pick a weakness in this movie, the first would be the ending. It seems like they were just trying to wrap up this story. If you recall, John McClane finds a set of matches as he lights his cigarette, and it leads him to a truck stop where all the terrorists, all the gold have gone. There's not much of an ending as the police swoop in and easily overtake the terrorist here. I would have liked to see something different. I guess it would have left less time for him to die hard though, but I think they could have ditched the tunnel scene probably in the movie, just gotten rid of that and added a longer final scene, something more thorough. Now, the other thing I just want to point out here is the gold and the fact the movie shows it being stored under the New York Federal Reserve. When I watched this as a teenager, I ignored this part. Being older now, I realized how far-fetched and ridiculous this is. First, this amount of gold would be stored somewhere outside the city and also would be guarded by a small army. In the movie, there's security like you find at a bank branch. Also, if an explosion occurred, we would expect private security, not the cops, to swarm the building to ensure that the gold was okay. In addition to this, it doesn't seem a highly secure vault would be so close to a place that could be bombed. It just seems like something like that is very unrealistic. Still, it by no means hurts or kills the movie. All this said, this is an action-packed, fun movie, and it's very rewatchable too. It's a movie I've seen probably 5-7 times at least. Willis and Jackson have very underrated performances, and I have to say, Die Hard 4 and 5, I thought were massive steps down from the first three. Now, much of the strength in the film has to do with Willis and Jackson facing these challenges, overcoming them, arguing, the interaction and the chemistry between those two. They did terrific in the movie, and this is one that if you have not seen, I would definitely suggest checking out. If you have seen it, let me know in the comments. Did you like it? Do you think that it held up as well as the first two, or do you think it was a big step down? Appreciate it.